And I just want to start by thanking everyone here for being here this morning, for your patience through this process, because it has been a process. And I think the most important thing, I want to thank the boys in our basketball program who have shown a great deal of trust in the search process, because they have been eagerly awaiting this announcement today. It's important that you know that the search was not taken lightly. We've been very thorough on all accounts. That includes the part of our search committee and by our new coach. At this time, finally, I'm proud to be able to tell you all that Mr. Bob McKenney has agreed to become the head basketball coach at Bishop Grimes. From the beginning of this process, our search committee has understood how much Mr. McKenney's presence at Bishop Grimes has been valued by our student body, and I think that that reaction says it all. The heartfelt respect from our students, combined with his incredible experience and track record, made Coach McKenney the perfect person to lead our program. Coach McKenney and I have worked quickly and collaboratively to try to tend to all of the needs of the program, from summer preparation to next season scheduling. We realize there's a lot of work ahead as we strive to move our program back among the elite in Central New York, but I anticipate that with Coach's knowledge and his passion for the game, it's going to lead to a heightened level of excitement here at the Cobra Pit. Without further ado, I'd like to present to you the new head basketball coach at Bishop Grimes, Mr. Bob McKenney.
Thank you. I already had a curveball because I thought Mr. Wheeler was going to speak. I mean, he's the big boss, so I don't want to cut him off if he has anything he wants to say first.
Just very quickly, Bob has been teaching here at Grimes this past year, and we were very fortunate to have him in our presence for the entire year. He has done an outstanding job in the classroom. I've observed him doing a great job with the kids. He has gained their respect, their admiration, and most of all, his concern for their well-being. So with that, we are delighted to present not only the basketball coach, but a highly valued educator for our children at Bishop Grimes.
Thank you, Dave. I'm going to address the media first quickly. I appreciate your patience. I know you feel like I've been kind of hiding or ducking you for months now. Unfortunately, I was in a position where and somewhat still in that position where there are things that I really can't talk about. I can answer questions at the end when we're done as best I can, and I'm happy to do that. Again, there may be areas where I just can't go there at this point in time. But I do appreciate your patience over the last 2 months and understanding that it was a difficult time for me and my family. I am going to read a statement. You guys have all known me well enough by now to know that I feel like I have to be somewhat organized, otherwise I ramble. I want to thank the Bishop Grimes School and Athletic Board, the hiring committee, the high school administrative team, Pat Kinney and David Wheeler, and especially Mr. John Stifanelli for this exciting opportunity to coach here at Bishop Grimes and to keep my coaching career going. I can tell you that Mr. Stifanelli has been somewhat relentless in this process, and I worried sometimes he might not be getting all his other duties done, spending time with me and caring for me through this tough spring. He's also been patient and considerate as I've come to this decision. I want to thank all the BG family for being patient with me as well as I made this decision. As most of you know, this has been a difficult spring for me personally and professionally. It has caused a lot of pain for my family and for me. I guess the biggest question for me was making sure that I had enough left in me to continue to coach and to rebuild another basketball program. With the help of my family, my daughters, 2 of my daughters are here, Mandy and Becky. Where are they? Oh, they're over there. Maddie wanted to be here, but she, we thought probably going to school would be a good thing for an educator to be promoting. And my son-in-law, Adam Orlandella, my close personal friends. I know I've got Coach Brock I saw pop in, who's been by my side as a coach and a friend since high school. And my coaching staff, I think I'm at a place where I'm ready to accept this new challenge. There were other factors for me. I think one of them was sitting down with Mr. Wheeler and Mr. Cifanelli and being told that I was going to be the phys ed teacher here next year, whether or not I continued to coach. It meant a lot to me to feel as though I had value to a school that went beyond just coaching. So I thank them for that. It was the grace of God that I was given this opportunity to be a part of this BG family this year. I've been embraced by everyone from day one, from the students to the athletes to the staff. I have felt all the prayers and caring through this difficult year, and I do want to thank everyone for that. I have felt complete support of administration, which you have to do to build and rebuild a basketball program or any athletic program and get them back on track. It was important to me that my coaching staff from this past year be allowed to come with me to help as we rebuild this program. I think they are all here right now. Over in the corner, I'll start with Tim Mascari. And next to him is Jay O'Shea, who was actually a Bishop Grimes alum. And next to him is my longtime assistant and advisor. It's Charles Falgitano, and he is also a Bishop Grimes alum. With their help, I think we can bring an entire system here that will make this a successful program, and certainly makes it a lot easier for me to rebuild a basketball program. As you all know, I'm not getting any younger, and I've done this for a long time. I also realized that if I retired now, my good friends Pat Donnelly and Buddy Waklinski might get ahead of me in career wins. And you all know how I feel about getting behind CBA or Bishop Ludden in anything. So I didn't think it was a good idea to let them have some off time by me to get ahead. To the players, you guys have been patient. You've been great. We have a lot of work to do. There's a lot of changes that are going to be made. Some won't be easy for you. I'm in the building. I'm going to have an eye on things. I have expectations that may be different from what you've been used to. But if you all buy in, it's going to be a fun ride. And it's going to be something that I think you'll all enjoy. So it won't come without some bumps along the road. But if you buy in, we're going to have a lot of fun here at JD. I said it once. I said I wasn't going to say it at BG.
That's a fine.
I said it once. I was not going to get through this whole thing and not say it. I apologize at BG. I want to thank everyone for coming. I want to thank BG for this exciting opportunity. And I'm going to stop before I say that again. And I can take questions or whatever people want to do. I can take questions from players too. And coaches. I know. Charlie's over there cringing. Yeah.
Bob, this is obviously been a tough couple of months for you. The way things ended at JD, all this stuff is still up in the air. Are you able to close the door and just move on, or is there still stuff there?
Well, I guess it wasn't that hard to close the door, Nolan. It kind of got closed for me. So, you know, I don't know that we would be here had some of the things that had happened didn't happen. However, I had every intention of teaching here and being here. I know moving on for me, one of the things in my mind that had to happen is I needed to be in the school district that I was coaching in some capacity. I think a lot of problems and issues can be resolved if you're actually there during the day and you're seeing the kids in other capacities, and I think you can catch things that may be going right or wrong ahead of time instead of kind of after the fact. So yeah, it you know, obviously that door coaching wise for me was closed. So you know, and that's been made very clear.
You, except for the one statement that you issued, you've been quiet as the school board has at JD, and not to belabor this, but how hard has that been for you to?
It's been exhausting. I'm not quite yet where I think I want to be in terms of accepting a new challenge. I'll get there. I'll get there with the help of my staff and my family. But it's been exhausting. It has come with a lot of pain. It's hard to spend 20 years at a place and be a loyal employee and not feel like you had much of an opportunity to defend yourself to whatever the charges were, which are still pretty sketchy for me. So that's been hard.
You had 5 state championships at JD. What are the challenges? I'm sure the goal is to do the same thing here. What are the main challenges?
Well, again, as you start into a new situation, it's maybe breaking habits that need to be broke. Kids buying in. My take on that, my first year here is that there's some pretty tough kids and some gritty kids, and I think that's a great place to start a basketball program. So we'll have to, that part of it is just, it's hard work. You have to work at it. The kids have to buy in, and I think there's excitement in the athletic program here, in the basketball program. So, it will be a challenge, as it is anytime you take over a new program. But I think it's a challenge that, and we have the right people leading us to get the challenge done. And Charlie's getting nervous about the question, so he's moving in closer.
I just couldn't hear him. Did you sense that it was at any point that, okay, I'm ready to do this, that it's not too soon to come back after all that happened?
That's been probably, Phil, the biggest challenge for me, to be honest, is, do I want to do this again? Do I want to put myself out there, with a new system? Everybody loves me now. A month from now, people might not like me as much if people aren't playing, and roles have changed, and things I expect are different from what they've been used to. So, getting myself back to that point has been a process. I think I've got a ways to go, but I'll get there. I can feel the energy coming back a little bit, and these guys have been great. They've kind of helped with that when I see them every day, and are you going to do it? We want you. It gets you going. It helps you feel better about yourself.
That isn't part of the difficulty of the fact that you go from the school only a few miles away, and then the school is a few miles away to here.
Well, I'm in Syracuse, so if I was going to coach again, likely it was going to be somewhere fairly close. So it's a lot easier to drive to work than if it was a lot farther away.
Did you get a lot of other offers?
Well, according to I've gotten jobs everywhere according to stuff out there. No, none at all really. Other than through the rumor mill, which I've been rumored to be taking jobs at places where there's not openings. So, no, it's not. I don't like to go out. I feel bad about what happened here with the previous coach, and I know what had to happen here, and that had nothing to do with me. But nobody wants to see. I think at this point in my career, I'm very sensitive to younger coaches. Maybe this happened to me so that I can help fight in some capacity to help younger coaches, and some things have to change in New York State, or we'll lose too many good young coaches because they have no protection. And if teachers unions don't get involved and start supporting coaches and younger coaches, you're just going to see good people run out, stop doing it. We don't get paid a ton of money to be high school coaches, so maybe the good that could come of this is that's something that moving forward I can be a part of helping change.
How do you like teaching here?
It's been probably life-saving for me,
Is that a new
truthfully.
experience?
No, I started out as a phys ed teacher.
Okay.
So I taught for 10 years, and then by some foolish idea, I thought I would, be better off as an administrator and make more money. And so I went through the administrative channels, and of course ended up at OCC after I left Vermont. But I started out as a phys ed teacher. So I've enjoyed it. I'm teaching a marketing class. It's been fun to be in a classroom. It's been challenging, but it's been a lot of fun. I feel like Grimes must be important because this is like, I think I got the Knicks job or something. Needs to be one or two people here.
The guys have been quiet, though. You notice that?
Yeah, they've been very quiet.
They've been very quiet.
They're never this quiet in class.
Okay. Nobody has any other questions.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for coming. Yes.
Well, I didn't hear number two. I'm pretty certain that it would be likely that somebody in my immediate family will take care of the first issue. And yes, the license plate will change. I'm not very fond of DMVs, so I'm trying to find a day to go out to Wampsville, where they're actually very nice out there and very helpful, and it's very quick. Don't put that on the air. I don't want anybody to work. Cut that off. I don't want anybody at DMV to think I don't like them. I've got enough people mad at me around here.
Let me just finish. We are delighted to have a teacher be our head coach. I think that's the main point of when we hired Bob. And his point was also that by being in the building, he gets to know the kids. Gets to know the kids, what's up, what's not up, and support them and help them out. So teacher first, coach second. We happen to be very fortunate he was available at this time in his career and teaching already at Bishop Grimes. Thank you.
I think Lucci probably has something for you.
Thanks, guys. Thank you, Luch. I thought maybe a new look, but I guess not. So just a new color.